High-speed internet did something way bigger than just connecting our computers. It connected our ambitions. It completely erased the old borders of the global marketplace. So, in this new world, how do you actually navigate it?
I mean, you see it every single day, right? A designer in Jakarta working for a firm in London. A coder in Nairobi collaborating with a startup in San Francisco. Where you live is becoming less and less relevant. Suddenly, your competition and your biggest opportunity is global. The whole world is now one giant talent pool.
But think about it. Behind all of this incredible global teamwork, there's got to be some kind of hidden operating system making it all work. And no, it's not Windows, it's not Mac OS. So what is the secret code that keeps this whole thing humming?
Yep, it's English. And that's what we're diving into today. Why mastering this language isn't some "I'll get to it someday" kind of goal anymore. No, if you want to compete, and I mean really win on the global stage, it's an absolute right now kind of thing.
All right, so first things first, let's talk about access. Now you could ask, is it really fair that one language holds so much power? Maybe not, but is it the reality we're all living in? You bet it is.
Just try to wrap your head around the sheer scale of this. More than half of the entire internet is in English. And we're not just talking about news and cat videos. We're talking about the majority of the world's accessible knowledge. If you can't access that, you're basically locked out of half the world's library. It's that simple.
And it gets even more intense when you look at specialized fields. Think about this number, 90%. Roughly 90% of all scientific journals are published first, and often only in English. This is literally the language of breakthroughs, of new ideas, of the future being written.
And this isn't just about what's on your screen, not at all. It's the language pilots use to talk to air traffic control, the language ship captains use to navigate the seas. It's what keeps our world moving safely. It's the default setting for global business, and like we said, the absolute undisputed champion in science.
So what does this all boil down to? It means when you master English, you're not just learning words. You're getting direct, unfiltered access to the source code of what's happening in the world, the latest tech trends, the most important research. You get it right away, no waiting for a translation that, let's be honest, might not even be accurate, or might never even show up.
Okay, so having access to all this information is huge, but it's really only half the battle. The real question is, how do you take that access and turn it into real influence? Well, that's where you find your true competitive edge.
And this right here, this shows a massive shift that's happening as we look to the very near future. Look, technical skills, coding, design, you name it, they're absolutely essential. But they're also becoming a commodity. Lots of people have them. The thing that makes you a premium candidate, the thing that makes you stand out, it's your ability to communicate your ideas and your value. And guess what the global language of value is?
Because competing globally isn't about, just reading a technical manual. It's all about influence. It's being able to read between the lines when you're negotiating a complex deal. It's about building genuine empathy with colleagues from totally different cultures. And maybe most important of all, it's about standing in front of an investor and pitching your brilliant idea with total confidence.
Really think about it like this. If you have a world-changing, million-dollar idea, but you can't explain it to the global market, well, that idea is trapped. You're basically putting a ceiling on its potential. Your ideas are bigger than that. They deserve a global stage.
Which of course brings us to the biggest roadblock for almost everyone, right? Procrastination, or as I like to call it, the perfect time fallacy.
Come on, we've all done this, haven't we? Oh, I'll start when I have more time, or I'll learn it when I actually need it for a job. It sounds so logical, but it's a total trap.
Because here's the cold hard truth of it. Learning a language is not like downloading an app. You can't just install it overnight. You absolutely cannot cram for a career-making negotiation the night before. By the time that massive opportunity shows up on your doorstep, it is way too late to start laying the foundation. It has to already be there, ready to go.
So the trick is to stop thinking of it as a chore and start treating it like an investment. Let's call it linguistic compound interest. The idea is simple. Small, consistent efforts, even just 15 minutes a day. They build on each other day after day. And over time, that tiny daily investment compounds so that when that huge opportunity finally comes knocking, you're not just ready to open the door. You're ready to walk in and own the entire room. So really, the question isn't if you should join this global conversation, it's how you're going to do it. So let's get practical. What's your first step, starting right now?
Okay, before we go any further, let's get one really important thing straight. Nobody expects you to sound like a native speaker.
The goal here isn't perfection, it's connection, it's clarity. Believe me, the world is way more interested in your ideas than in judging your accent.
So here are a few simple, practical things you can do today. First, find a documentary you're interested in and watch it without any subtitles. It's tough at first, but it's an amazing way to train your ear. Next, find an international Discord server about something you already love. Gaming, cooking, whatever. It's a fantastic low-stakes way to actually practice. Look, the whole point is to make your mistakes now, in these safe spaces, so you can make your mark later, when it really, really counts.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. The world is talking. That conversation is happening every minute of every day, whether you're in it or not. The only real question left is, are you ready to join in?